Hello, hello. Welcome to Mary's Monday Musings. Hope everybody's had a good day. Hi. I accidentally started a couple minutes early. So I'll just wait a minute and let people hop on. I don't know if you noticed, but I changed my little intro slide. I'm still perfecting the sizing and everything, but I thought I liked it. It was brighter and more colorful. Oh, hi Liz. Hi Antoine. Wow, this is nice. Some new friends, I think. Hi Helen. Helen, I actually had you on my list to invite you tonight. You've been really knocking them out of the park with some of your posts, and I thought you might be interested in tonight's topic. I'm going to tell on myself too, so I'm sure Jim will hop on here. So don't you tell him what I'm talking about, because I'm going to have to admit to him that I haven't been practicing what I preach. Sorry, I'm trying to invite friends, and now I don't know how to get out of here. So, and I don't want to cut anybody off. There we go. There we go. Tell you this this latest update to lives threw me for a loop. So, I'm getting more and more comfortable. Hi, Jessica. With doing the lives. And like I said, I'm going to wait just a minute because I accidentally started a couple minutes early. And I don't want to go off of here when I'm trying to invite friends. So if you all have anybody that you think might know of anybody that you think might benefit from a little word of encouragement from some of my life lessons, and the reason they're meaningful is because I've made so many blunders that I think people can relate to that and relate to me. So I don't know if you saw one of the pictures that I posted a little while ago was about John 8:7. It's about, he who is without sin can cast the first stone. And honestly, I was, something happened on Facebook this morning, not to me, but I was peripherally involved, and it made me think of this. And then I kind of convicted myself, or I felt convicted because I realized that I, wasn't necessarily practicing what I preach. But we'll get into that in a minute. I'm going to just wait another minute for a couple more people to hop on. Like I said, feel free to invite any of your friends that you think might want to hop on with us. It'd be great to have them. I'm going to invite a couple more people that I thought would want to come tonight. Okay, and I'm done with that. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get started. I don't want to keep everybody waiting. So, like I said, there was a situation on Facebook this weekend, and it kind of threw me for a loop. It ended up being good. Anyway, let me start from the beginning. So, a Christian author that I don't know personally, but that I've been friends with on Facebook for a long time, posted a picture on her timeline. And it was a picture, it was set in an airport, and it was a young woman with a suitcase next to her, and she was looking at her phone. And if you look at the picture, you see that on the floor, right in front of her, like up to the very left of her, is a baby on a blanket on its stomach on the floor in the airport. And the first thing I thought of when I saw the picture was that poor mom is probably exhausted. She's having to travel with an infant all by herself. So I scrolled down to see what comment this friend was going to make. And she was really nasty, shaming this woman, you know, and it was like, what's wrong with this picture? I can't believe this woman, you know, would do this to a baby, and that, you know, that floor is filthy. And so a couple other of her friends chimed in. Yeah, I know, that's just awful. I can't believe that. She should know better. And so then eventually somebody posted something like, you know, well, maybe you don't know the whole story, and we should, you know, support that young mom. We don't know what's going on in the background. And she got really upset with the person who said that. And so I got fascinated. I didn't comment. I wanted to, but I didn't. I wanted to see what unfolded as these postings continued to occur. And as the conversation online went on, one or two people would post something like, you know, well, let's look at it from her point of view, or I remember traveling with babies, and she would get angrier and angrier and more ugly. And I was just really taken aback because it seemed out of character to me for what I knew of this woman. And so I just finally, at one point, I just posted, well, I still opt for empathy and compassion. And that was it, you know, and I thought, okay, that's going to be it. I'm just going to go on about my day. And no, it went on and on and on. Somebody else chimed in. Then I got a message from someone, a friend of this woman's, another friend, who messaged me. She said, thank you so much for putting words of kindness and encouragement out there. She said, I just can't believe that this friend, you know, spoke that way about this poor woman. And well, ultimately we ended up connecting on Facebook and becoming friends. So that was the good thing. And I thought about a couple of things. A few months ago, I probably would have jumped right in the middle of that and started lecturing about, you know, Christians don't act like that, and, you know, women need to stick together. And I mean, all those comments had been made, and, you know, it would have been second nature for me to take that same stance. But I've learned from my friend and coach, John Eric Mosler, that we don't have to comment. You know, a lot of times what you don't say speaks louder than what you do, and that you don't have to engage in other people's drama, other people's negativity. And what a lot of people don't know about Facebook is that if you comment a lot and engage on a post a lot, Facebook thinks you like it. And so even if it's something that you don't like, if they see you commenting, they think, oh, this is valuable content. So that was one of the reasons that I didn't comment all along and kind of jump in the fray, because I didn't want her to get any more, you know, time on Facebook. But it went on and on and on. And I finally had to just stop notifications for the whole thing. And I didn't block her. I think I unfollowed her. I mean, because it was just awful. So, you know, I just thought about how everybody jumped on the bandwagon. And I just thought about, you know, the political climate, and one person says something about someone, and then someone says something about someone else, and the volume gets louder, and the vitriol gets worse and worse, and it just, I mean, it's to the point where I don't even want to turn on the TV or listen on the radio to any of these broadcasts. I'm just grateful that the world is still here when I wake up every morning. But I can't engage in that, and I've really kind of flipped my feed, which is something that we learned in the social coaching group that I've participated in for almost a couple years now. I've had to just cut out all conversations about politics, about intensely religious topics. I think that people who know me, either in person or online, know what I stand for and what I believe, and I'm not going to change anybody's mind by engaging in an argument. Especially, I don't know what was going on in this woman's life. Something obviously set her off about that, and I don't know if it was a memory from her past, if it was something from one of her daughters. I don't know, but I mean, I on the one hand was upset with this woman, and then I realized, well, I need to give her the same empathy and compassion that I'm giving this young mom that she was bashing and being so hateful about, and then that she was being so hateful to people who were her friends, who were taking a different position than she had. And so it just made me think about the whole mood right now in the world. That, why would we not have empathy and compassion for the people that we meet? Because we've all got a past, we've all got a story, we all have things in our lives that we wish hadn't happened. Some of them were out of our control, some of them were not. But we all have, it's so much easier to be kind to someone, I think, because kindness is more powerful than hate and mean-spirited, attitude. So it really kind of set me off a little bit. It upset me. But like I said, it really made me look inside, and it really made me think about my own behavior and about how I think about other people. And for a minute, I guess I was kind of patting myself on the back, saying, oh, look how I handled that. I was so mature, and I didn't engage in the conversation. And I've grown so much. But then I thought about a conversation I had with my husband over the weekend. And I got upset with him because, there are certain things that just irritate me. They're not bad things. They just irritate me. And, I keep mentioning that it irritates me. And I keep having to mention that it irritates me. And then I get irritated with him. And so as I was thinking about this live tonight, I was thinking about that I need to extend the same empathy and compassion to him and to my family and to my close friends, that I was expecting my friend to extend to this, who I assume total stranger. So anyway, that was kind of my lesson. It was just kind of, I guess, a cautionary tale about, number one, don't engage in negativity. And if you do on Facebook, you're going to start seeing more and more negativity. And because, like I said, Facebook thinks if you interact, and there's a lot of interaction on a post, they're going to keep pushing that post out because that's what they want, is interaction. We need to be really careful, I guess. We need to be intentional. That was another thing I posted earlier today, that we need to live less out of habit and more with intention. And so one of the things I'm going to try to be really intentional about in the week ahead is extending empathy and compassion to everyone, regardless of my relationship with them, to try to be the best version of myself all the time. And I'll let you know how that goes. I'd love to hear what you think about that. You can leave your comments when you're watching the replay. I'd love some feedback. After you listen, feel free to share this with somebody that you think might benefit from it or might need to hear it. The scripture that I quoted earlier, like I said, was John chapter 8, verse 7. It says, when they kept on questioning him, he straightened up and said to them, let any one of you who is without sin be the first to throw a stone at her. And that was the woman caught in adultery, and the crowd was ready to stone her. And that was his response. They were wanting him they were trying to catch him up and, make him make a legal mistake. And he just rose above it and didn't fall for it. And it made me realize that I need to be more like that. So anyway, those are my words of wisdom for tonight. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hopping on. I hope you have a great night and a great week, and I will see you next week.